everybody, I'm Ed with iCracked, Master Technician. Today we're going to cover the unboxing of the iPhone SE and compare it to the iPhone 5S. We've heard rumors that the display assembly on the 5S actually is a 100% perfect fit for the SE. So let's open it up and find out. At first glance, it does look like an iPhone 5S, with the exception of the matte finish around the edges. Now the boot time on it is pretty impressive. It's almost as fast as the 6S, but I guess that would make sense considering that it actually has the processor and speeds of the iPhone 6S. So it does have the fingerprint scanner, just like the iPhone 5S. So these are coming pre-installed with iOS 9.3, and this is a 16 gig. And with the factory setup, I have 11.9 gigs available. It's pretty impressive as far as speed goes when you consider the 5S. Nice smooth feel. There we go. Let's go ahead and power it down and open it up. I'm going to use my pentalobe screwdriver to remove the two screws, one left, one right, of the charging port. Using the iCracked just above the home button, pop the screen open, and we can see that we have the same home button flex cable that the iPhone 5S had. Looking at it here, it's got the same cowling cover as the 5S. The cable disconnected. Let's go ahead and disconnect the battery. I'm going to come in here on a safe side, just above the logic board set screw, and disconnect the battery. This will prevent me from accidentally damaging any components on the logic board between the shield and the battery connector, just like on the iPhone 5S. Next, I'm going to go ahead and remove the 4 screws from the LCD and cable flex bracket. So comparing the iPhone SE LCD flex cable retaining bracket to the 5S, They are in fact 100% identical. So now I'm going to disconnect the cables. I'm going to come in here with my spudger and disconnect my front-facing camera cable. The LCD and then the digitizer. Now, one thing I've noticed here is just like the 6S, it's got this foam pad around the connector. Now looking here with the iPhone SE display assembly, let's compare it to the iPhone 5S. The cables do in fact look 100% identical. The bezels have the same marks. Brackets, ear speaker retaining bracket. There's this new piece here, some kind of a thermal transfer. Looking down, it appears the home button bracket is the same. It has the same brackets, grounding point, and almost identical home button. Flex cable, but definitely different part numbers. 821, 2092. Actually, they are in fact the same exact home button part number. Looking at the cables, they are the same part number. And a slight change. So the digitizer flex cable has a slightly different part number, but they do look about the same. The SE appears to have a sticker around here now protecting the solder joints, where the old ones do not. So my little simple test here is to connect the iPhone 5S that we pulled off a different phone. So I've attached this iPhone 5S to the iPhone SE, and the bezel 100% snaps in and looks perfect around the device. So we do know that the 5S display assembly will in fact function and work on the iPhone SE. So I'm going to go through and disconnect my front-facing camera cable, my LCD cable, and my digitizer cable. So in conclusion, all you have to do on the iPhone SE to fix it is use an iPhone S display assembly and just transfer your home button. So I'll go ahead and reconnect the display. And the reason being that you have to transfer the home button is the home button is unique if you want the biometric scanner to properly function. So that is an absolute must that has to be transferred over. Got the digitizer, the LCD connected, and now the front-facing camera cable. Now the front-facing camera cable also houses the proximity sensor, the ambient light sensor, the front upper microphone, and the thermal plate. Now because of the foam around that connector, it's making it a little bit harder to connect, but there I finally felt it snap down. So I'm going to go ahead and put the LCD flex cable retaining bracket back in place. Now remember, when putting in the screws for the LCD flex cable retaining bracket, is you don't want to put these in with a lot of force. You want to just insert them until they stop, because the screw depth is extremely close to the logic board, and if you over tighten them, you will actually damage the logic board. And just like the 5S, the outside screw is an alloy, which basically makes it non-magnetic but partially magnetic due to the metals. And since I freshly charged my screwdriver on a magnet, I was able to pick it up. Normally it would not be a screw that you could be able to pick up. If that screw was in fact the wrong material or was magnetic, it could and will interfere with the GPS. Now reconnect the home button flex cable. As you see, I kind of rotate my display a little so it gives me access here to align and connect the cable. Then I'll take the cowling cover . Snap that down. Now go ahead and I'll take the display and insert it back into the frame. Lastly, I'll insert the pentalobe screws. And the pentalobe screws are also a slightly darker color than the frame itself, so they are color matching. As you can tell, that the phone booted up really fast. It's very impressive, on par with the iPhone 6S. So now that we've confirmed that the iPhone SE uses the iPhone 5S display, what does that mean for you, the consumer? That means that not only can this be repaired today, should you drop it, but it's also a part that's been on the market for quite a while, which means that it's a minimal repair cost, unlike some of the newer phones that have come out like the 6S or 6S Plus series, where you have a very high cost out the gate. So if you're one of those Apple fans that prefer a smaller LCD, this is going to be the phone for you. And remember to visit iCracked.com for all your iPhone, iPad, and iPod repair needs. Thanks for watching.